Hello everyone, welcome to our agent interviews with professionals in the industry. Today we are joined by a smart, passionate and very talented individual in the industry and Mr. T company. He has been in the company for a very long time and actually was the quickest agent to crack a deal within just 18 days. So he has definitely reached high goals. I would like to welcome Kifli to our series. Hello.
Thank you, Linda, for having me here.
So, for our first question, tell us a bit about your experience in the company. How has it been for you?
So, working at Mr. T is very enjoyable, I would say, because each day is different. It's not the same. It's not like a standard 9 to 5 job where you sit and do the same thing again and again. So, I get to meet new people. I visit apartments, houses, luxury apartments and houses, and really nice. So, that's how my experience is in city.
Great. So, that's about the experience in the company. If we go to when you first joined, because I mentioned earlier that you were actually really successful in your first month. So, any first month is a little daunting for anyone when they first join. So, tell us how it was for you when you did first join.
So when I first joined, because this was, I was not into real estate before, so this was something new for me to learn. So when I first joined, I really didn't know how it happens. I mean, the things how it works in the industry. So first week, I would say in the first week, I was learning, I was observing how people making calls, talking to clients, talking to owners. So I was doing the observing part first, and then I started visiting properties with my colleagues, going to meet the clients, understanding those stuff. And then I started, meeting clients and understanding their requirements. And then I understood, right, this is how it works, this is how it's being done. And then also within the first month itself, I was happy that I did a deal as well. So that's how my first month went.
Definitely one of the most successful people in the company. So, how would you say that that month has been different from how it is now?
Now it has become a bit more busy because I've been in the market for a while, so I handling a lot of apartments and houses. So it's like I gain more experience. Now I understand how the process works from like A to Z, how rentals are being done, how sales are being done. So yeah, that's how it is.
So I guess you could say when you gain more experience, you become successful in the industry.
Yeah, like we when I first joined, then I didn't have much experience, so I can't talk much with the owner or with the client. But now I can talk with the owner, say, look, this is the market, this is how it's operating. Other apartments are available at this price, and I can negotiate with the owners better now. I would say.
So would you say you learned more after you joined the company?
Yeah, I've learned a lot.
Okay. So following that, tell us about maybe a typical week at Mr. T.
Typical week at Mr. T. So yeah, so
what do you usually do, like maybe on a day when you start the day?
yeah, so we come to office. There are some days where we don't come to office directly. We go for client meetings to meet the client, to show them properties and all that. So typical work week would be that: meeting clients, visiting properties, doing photo shoots, video shoots. So things like that. That's how it goes.
That's very hectic and very interesting.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't stay in office much. It's not like I said you in the beginning. It's not like a 9 to 5 job where you just sit and wait. You go, you explore more things, you visit nice apartments, nice houses. So yeah, things like that. You're always out and it's interesting. It's not a boring job, I would say.
Definitely, definitely. So you must meet a lot of people and clients on a daily basis. So considering all of them, tell us who was your maybe most favorite or memorable. Does anyone come to mind?
Yeah, most memorable client would be this expat couple who I met right after the curfew was relaxed. So our office was closed for 2 months, like everywhere was locked down and nothing was operating. So right after that, she was my first client, her and her husband. So we had to show them apartments, and it was quite difficult because even though they relaxed the curfew, there were restrictions. So we had to, go to the police. We had to take clearance from them. We had to take we had to take the couple there to the police station and about the health issues and all that. So we had to get a certificate from them, get a clearance from them, and we had to get a curfew pass for our vehicles as well because we can't go as and when we wanted. So after that, we showed them the apartment and they liked it. But it was actually an unfurnished apartment. So they wanted a furnished one. So they said, how soon? They asked us how soon can it be furnished. And the owner's a really nice person. He also agreed to furnish the apartment, even in that situation. Things weren't operating, people weren't coming to work, and furnishing an apartment would take at least 3 weeks. So within that short time span, the owner also went to that extent and he agreed to furnish the apartment. And why it's memorable is that the client said she wants to choose some of that furniture, like the bed and the sofa, and all. She wanted to choose it. So as they also new to Sri Lanka and they met us first, she wanted me to join with her to do her shopping and everything. So I went with her to buy furniture. I went with her to buy mattress and her shopping as well. We went to Arpico and we were like pushing 7 to 8 trolleys there.
Wow, 7 to 8 trolleys.
Yeah, because she said that she wants to make it her home. So she wanted to buy everything as much as possible. Husband was a bit tense because she spent a lot with furniture. So, and other shopping. So yeah, she's my most memorable client, I would say, because I learned a lot. Like when we went to see a mattress, I thought, okay, we came to a mattress shop, she will choose this, we can go home. But that didn't happen. We visited like 7 to 8 mattress shops. We were sitting on each and every mattress, and I can write a book about mattress. I know each and every kind of mattress that's available in Sri Lanka. So yeah, and she's a very friendly lady. So she's me and her, we have a good relationship till today. So she's my most memorable client.
So that sounds like quite a story actually. And with
Went for it. I think we went shopping for the entire week. Without coming to office, I went shopping with her the entire week.
Wow, so that's definitely not like a usual job. It's so much more interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So while this is a memorable client, a client that you really bonded with and you found that you really like the client. So now I'm sure there are some that maybe didn't go as well as this. Are there experiences like that?
Yes. Some clients are nice and some clients are, like you are saying. So that, I would say, yeah, there was this client, actually, unfortunately, that was my first client, I would say. So everything was done, they saw the apartment, they liked it, price was fixed, and everything was done. And then when we were going to do the legal work, we were going to do signing, the client refused to pay the legal fee. And he said, if I have to pay this legal fee, then I don't want this and all that. So because legal fee is something that everyone has to pay if they're going ahead with the law and all that. So end of the day, we as a company, we are not money oriented. We want to get the deal done. We want to make the client happy. So our company absorbed that cost. And then that was the only, I would say, bad memory with the client, where in the last minute he suddenly said he can't pay the legal fee and all that. So yeah, that would be my, I would say, bad experience or whatever.
Okay, so would you say you met, is that the only bad client that you met?
Yeah, he's not a bad client, it's just that they refuse to pay us the bad experience in the last moment. It's that moment where it was really tense. That was my first client as well. So I got a bit tensed and upset at that time.
Well, you handled it in a...
Yeah.
So, what are some other challenges apart from maybe bad experiences with clients? Any other challenges come to mind?
Yes, challenges. I remember few, so I'll just tell you. One was in house where I took over that house to market it for rent, and I also had a client who wanted to immediately move in. So he wanted in that particular area, and we showed him plenty of options, and then finally he agreed to one. And then suddenly the owner didn't respond well and things like that. And then because the client wanted to move in like in 2-3 days, and then after a day, the owner is messaging me, and she was like, "Sorry, our property is not ready. There are a few things to do, so we are not willing to give it now. We will rent it later." So, like the owner should understand. I mean, the house or the apartment should be ready when they're putting it to the market. So, like after we bring a client and after they like the place, and after everything is fixed, they refuse to give the property. So if they are not ready, then they should not put it to the market. They should get everything done, leaks, repairs, painting, everything done, and then put it to the market. So that was one challenge that I had to face. In the last moment, the owner didn't go ahead with the deal. Another challenge would be that this is an expat client again. So we usually, when going to show apartment or house, we go like 15 to 20 minutes early just to see, switch on the lights and all that to make it more presentable, I would say. So me and my colleague, we went there before she came, like 15-20 minutes, and then we saw that the washroom was in bad shape. So definitely if she had seen that washroom, she will say no to that apartment. So with our bare hands, me and my colleague, we washed the washroom. We had to clean it, we had to mop everything, and then we had to do 15 minutes of quick work, and then it looked more better. And then I think she liked the apartment. End of the day, that's the best part, and she chose that apartment, I would say. So that is another challenging thing where we had like 15 to 20 minutes to get her impressed.
So your quick thinking saved you the deal.
Yeah, because if we can't show that it was in that state. And also the same client, we had she was coming for the signing and to move in. We had only like 10 hours and we had to clean the apartment. Because actually the owner, he's living abroad. So we are handling and managing his apartment. So with that situation, we couldn't find cleaners and all. It was a bit difficult. So me and my colleagues at office, we cleaned, like I say 20 minutes before the signing, we were mopping that apartment.
Okay, so now you spoke about property owners. So following up with that, would you have any tips for them, the property owners watching the show, like on how to better handle their property or any tips?
Tips for the owners?
Yes.
Yeah, so firstly, it's about the presentation of the apartment, firstly, because when you take a client to the apartment, they should like the place, they should be impressed. So they should keep the apartment nice and neat and clean, because sometimes when we go, the bed is not done and there will be clothes here and there. So the tenants, when they visit the apartment, they should like it. So the first tip would be present your apartment well. And then the second tip would be regarding the furniture, because these days expats, they want nice new and latest modern furniture. Some owners, they have they have been renting out throughout for the past 4-5 years the same furniture they are giving. They are not upgrading it, they are not refurbishing it. So that is an important thing, because you should be up to date with the market and the designs. Then only the expat or any client, they will like it. So some owners have hospital beds and they are like, this is the best furniture, you can't compare my apartment with another. So because they see only their apartment and their friend's apartment. We are visiting apartments and houses on a daily basis. So we see different types of furniture and the looks of it and all that. So having good, nice new furniture is another tip that I would give for owners if they are furnishing their apartment. And the other most important tip would be that work with one agent. Because when the owners, say, okay, I have this apartment or I have this house available for rent, they send it to plenty of agents. Then sometimes there are situations where 2 agents show the same property to the same client. Then what the client does is he tries to play games. He tries to get a better price. He tells one agent, that agent is telling me this price. This agent is telling me that price. So you get it for this price. Then the owner will also end up giving it at a lower rate. But what I would say, work with one agent, build a good relationship with them, and then see if it doesn't work within 2 months, still it's not been rented or it's not been sold within 2 or 3 months. Then say, okay, I have been working, but there's no progress, and then you can change to another agent or something like that. So that is one thing. And the other thing is that these owners have a bad mindset when it comes to locals as their tenants, right? Because some owners say we don't want locals, we only give it for expats. So things like that. Local people, they are also humans, and they are also nice people, and also the owner is a local. He earned here, he has been doing business here, and he has bought the apartment here, but he doesn't want to give it to a Sri Lankan. So that is a bad mindset. The owners should change that. They should be willing to give it to locals as well. And maybe yeah, it's true. Some locals, they don't look after their property well, they damage it. So those things are there. So what they can do is they can ask for a higher refundable deposit. If you damage, then we will deduct it. Or some arrangement can be done. Some arrangement can be done. So yeah, that would be another important thing that I would like to say.
So those are tips for property owners.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us, and it has definitely been interesting, and we'll definitely have you on our series later on. So thank you guys for watching, and if you wish to see more of our content, stay tuned to our channel, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow us on our social links down below: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let us know what you'd like to hear from us in our next videos so we can keep providing content that you guys love, and we'll see you all soon.